Cool, yeah, no, we'll have to have a catch up soon. Yeah, I've got to get your stickers to you anyway.
Yeah, it's been way too long. Oh, Rosie, how are the ants doing?
Oh yeah, no, they're not doing too bad actually. A couple of them have got a little bit of updog on their backsides though.
Oh no, what's up, dog? Chris?
Hey, welcome back to Skaana Exotics, and today, you may have noticed, we have a lovely green envelope, a tarantula molt, and a beetle that I found outside that we named Reginald. So as you've probably guessed, there's going to be an ant update. It's my channel, I can do what I want. So let's, start with the basics. What is an ant? What has my life become? Why is this happening? Who doesn't know what an ant is? So while I'm unaware how you may not know what an ant is, let's help out. Paper, pen. So, what do all insects have? A head, a thorax, and an abdomen. There's our ant. Then you add the other ant features. Some ant legs. Doing real well here. Little stinger sometimes, put a little bump on there. Looking more like an ant already. Give it a saddle with leg piece so that, the tiny cowboys can ride it. Definition in the face, eye. And there's the ant. Ant. So what makes up this ant? We've got the head, which of course houses the compound eyes, antenna, and the muscles that power the mandibles. They're weird. Ants have awful eyesight. So they've got loads of small eyes placed together, and this enables them to see close movement, so what's right there. Then you've got their antenna and the mandibles. Antenna, of course, used to smell, touch, feel, literally everything, communicate with other ants, attached to the front of the head, and they can move in front and behind the ant. Mandibles, they're their mouths. They're used for cutting, holding, fighting, digging, literally all ant things. There's a smaller little mouth parts inside just to chew food. The big ones are for thorax. So all the legs and the wings are attached to, if it's the queen, you got the little the wing scars. Oh, what has my life become? The legs, strong and flexible. They have claws at the end of each leg for grasping. Front legs are used to touch objects and for cleaning its body. These little claws at the bottom of their feet are used to grip onto different surfaces. When on glass, the claws actually withdraw and a moist pad allows for adhesion. So they're literally like little six-legged cats, but ants. Cool, so these are all general parts. This is where ants differ and why we're doing this, because it's not all the same, because they have what's called a gaster. A gaster is part of the abdomen. It contains vital organs and it has a telescoping construction of 7 segments that give this large area flexibility. That's where they keep all their food, really. So it's not quite a stomach because they've got 2. They've got their own one, which they have for eating and having their own nutrients, like a stomach is. Stop explaining that one. But then they've got a social stomach, and this social stomach, they actually share the food to the rest of the colony through a process called trophallaxis. Trophallaxis, as you can see these two just doing here, looks kind of like kissing, but it's actually a form of social feeding in many insects, not just ants, which has contributed to the formation of social bonds. One of the elementary bonds of insect colonies is the sharing of food amongst nestmates. Prey objects and seeds brought into the nest by a few individuals are usually freely consumed by many other individuals. Liquid food, like this delicious Ant Lady brand ant goo, buy yours today, which we stored in the social stomach, is regurgitated to nestmates and thusly distributed over large portions of the colony. The latter form of food transmission is called stomordia or trophallaxis. And of course a little stinger at the best, because they're related to wasps. Wasps? Yeah, I know. You can kind of see it once you see it. If you put... and... it's a wasp. See? You subscribed to watch this. What do you think, Reginald? You think I'm doing all right? Nah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, fair. Now that we've done the information section, let's have a little look at how ours are going. So we do have some news on the colony. as you can see from this footage, as feeding them a mealworm from my own captive bred, so I know that it should be okay. Look, the second that they bite in, it just starts, I'll speed it up so you can see what's going on. It just starts turning black. And then on the inside as well. Over here you can see, well, it's a graveyard forming. So has something happened? Is this the end of our colony? No, it's just what happens. A couple of them were a bit, you know, shaken up, I think, from the journey. Check out what's in the other chamber. That's right, we got eggs. Look, I've been closely watching them. It starts with 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and more. I don't know how many it is now. These ones do stay small. They will cap out at maybe about 100 or 200 strong, and they will do it very slowly. Camponotus will lay eggs in batches. They'll do a few at a time and then stop laying for a few weeks, potentially a few months. I believe it's on the closest side to a few weeks though, not necessarily months. However, they will stop doing it. So the queen's still quite active, just walks around, does her thing really. And it's interesting to know that while other colonies will really push out the numbers and get so many through, Camponotus don't. They keep it quite compact, they keep it as their little group, and over time they'll grow. This would be really interesting watching them grow, and as long as I can keep them going, which I've done alright so far, I'm really excited to keep everybody watching with. The unfortunate thing is it's very much like tarantula keeping in that already it's addictive, and I'm looking into seeing what I can get next, and I've got plans and all sorts of things, but those plans will be for a high laying queen. Write down in the comments if you know of an ant species which will just poo out eggs, just so many eggs, and that's maybe, I say maybe, we'll look into some of the ideas down below and we'll really get going. Like, I've got plans, but with the Camponotus, they're doing fantastically, as you can see. Just absolutely beautiful. So what would one of these videos be without a nice little section where we just look at the ants? Hit it away, editing future me. I'm glad I've given you so much time to get this one done. Woo! Wasn't that lovely? I'm sure maybe I've done it, but I haven't seen it, so who knows? We've really enjoyed keeping these ants so far and hope to continue a lot and expand. So all sorts of expansion. Some of you know what we're talking about, others don't. Let's find out together on our ant journey. So with that, we're coming up to the end of our video. So remember, like, comment and subscribe, because they're all things that play with the YouTube algorithm. I don't understand it, but some clever people do, so do the clicky thingamajunks, yeah. And if you really like what you've seen, head over to Patreon and be like, oh yeah, 15,000 a month, that's what this quality content is deserved of, which is a tier if you've got it. I don't know, Bill Gates might watch this and be like, you know what, boy, I really like bugs, and that one has tickled me, and so it should have. You can do that. But until next time, spread love. Camponotus being a ridiculously expansive genus that has completely blown my mind with the size of it. Love.